less domestic violence, and that doesn't mean because it doesn't exist. This is tied to the immigration concept. It is tied with the fear of, if I report, what's next? Am I going to be deported? Am I going to be separated from my children? My parents are going to be separated, and where am I going to go, right? If I'm a teenager. So there's a lot of fear on the subject of domestic violence. And then religion. So Christianity is the most common religion for Hispanics. Even for people that do not practice Christianity, they carry on the values, the guidance, the morals from the religion of Christianity. For example, together till death bring us apart. That's a very common statement that we live through. So a lot of people will stay together because of these. Or honor and take care of your family. It doesn't matter how your family members are and what they have done to you. You have to respect them, honor them, and do whatever they need, right? So most Hispanics believe and align to the Christian faith. Nowadays, these religious leaders like priests, pastors, are more open to mental health, which is amazing, and we're so grateful, because usually the Hispanic client will first go to their religious leader, then they will go to us. Their first touch base point is them. If they say it's okay to go to a mental health professional, then they'll come. But we still need to make a lot of work in this area. And we need to talk a lot with our students, clients, parents about the importance of both, of spirituality and your religion and mental health. It's not one or the other. And then we have a lot of traditions, right? And it's important for us to know about these traditions of these clients. What do they like? Where do they go? Our traditions are also events of gathering. So in all of these traditions, we have that gathering. And then treatment and interventions. We need to gain insight and knowledge of the Hispanic community so we can create appropriate intervention. Psychoeducation is so important in a lot of the communities, right? But very important within our communities, because we do not know a lot of how mental health works. We do not know a lot of how counseling works. We have a lot of preconception of ideas of like mental health is just for the very, very mentally ill people. So we need to give that information to our clients. There's a lot of stigma around mental health. People might think that they are weak. If you seek mental health counseling or treatment, you are not praying enough. That's another misconception. We also have this saying, la ropa sucia se lava en casa, which means don't air your dirty laundry in public, which means we got this. Like, you do not talk in public to the public about our own issues. So it is important to destigmatize those things. And then medication, there's a lot of stigma with medication as well. A lot of these things are information that we have gathered from clients, like, I don't want to be a zombie, it doesn't work. Mi comadre told me that her child was on medication, it doesn't work. Or la comadre de la comadre, right? It's like, have you talked to her? But her son was addicted. It created an addiction. So, or they're not natural. And we are very prone to natural and herbal things and magic kind of things. So we need to talk a lot about how medication can be helpful. And as I said before, psychoeducation is very important. We need to be the ones to ask the questions. We have historically been a population that has been treated not very fairly and as an inferior. So we try our best to not be seen, perceived like that. And if we ask questions, that means that I do not know, and I don't want to be perceived like that, so I won't ask questions. That's why our job as mental health providers is to ask them the questions, even if they appear to know, because people will nod, and sometimes that doesn't mean that they understand. It's just that part of us that we don't want to be perceived as not knowledgeable. Repetition creates trust, and that's also the importance of these psychoeducation, real life examples. No matter the socioeconomic status of the person, psychoeducation is crucial for the therapeutic and treatment process. Be curious, use simple words, involve the family. Boundaries is another important concept in our culture. Boundaries between the individual and its family, boundaries between us and them, or between you and him or her. And then to know how boundaries work in the Hispanic community, right? Because sometimes we might think that they do not understand boundaries or that they are crossing a boundary, and it's more part of our culture, right? I have had clients, for example, that they live with their parents until they are independent or they get married, and that could be to their late 20s. In here, it could be perceived like failure to launch or like there's something there. But in Mexico, for example, that's normal. That's very functional, that you stayed with your family until you get married. And that's not a lack of boundaries. I'm gonna go a little bit just faster. Taking care of our clients. In our practice, for example, that we treat and we work with this Hispanic population, we do a lot of customer service. We do a lot of caring for our clients, a lot of follow-ups. They will invite us to all of their events, and we take it, and we will tell them, like, we're so honored that they do that we cannot attend because of our license, but that we are very appreciative. And they will continue inviting you, because that's the way that we show that love and appreciation, and that's not necessarily a lack of boundaries. As a culture, we are very affectionate. So warmth, welcomes, hugs are things that are very common and normal in our community. And involving the families of teenagers and the children and all of the extended family in the process sometimes is appropriate. And I made it. So this is just, as I said, a sneak peek about our community, about their mental health, and hopefully we are a resource for you, your students, and family. If you have any questions, glad to answer them.
Where is Therapy Works located?
We have a location in Garland, in Frisco, in Dallas, and in Fort Worth.
Is there any sliding fee scale?
Yes, we have sliding scale fees for families. We are also credentialed with some insurances. We also sometimes we do workshops, we do groups, we go to schools, we do trainings.
Medicaid?
We do not do Medicaid.
all of the therapists speak Spanish.
All of them, the 25th of us. Like that's, and it's a native, it is our native language. Even though a lot of them are first or second generations, their Spanish is like their native language as well. So we're fully bilingual. And that doesn't mean, because we also have other communities that reach out to us and that they are our clients. So we do not just cater to the Hispanics, but that's our main niche.
What's the availability that you all have?
We are very proud to say, because we have a lot of clinicians, we have immediate availability. We will fit them in the same week that they call. We have openings all throughout the week, like we are open the weekends, evenings, early mornings. We also do telehealth, if that's something that they like. That's another thing in our community, we do not like a lot telehealth. So there's few and apart, but you know, sometimes they are busy or something and they need a session online, we'll do that for sure.
So if there is no insurance, they can call you still and discuss the sliding scale and all of that?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, for sure. Yes, and we have clinicians that are in different levels of their certification, licensures. We have also master level interns, and the sliding scale with them is very low and more affordable too.
And you see children up to adults.
Yes, yes. Because we have clinicians that specialize in different areas, so, and trauma, and we have registered play therapies, we have couple therapies, Gottman train, PAC train, EMDR, DBT. We are very diverse. Our commonality is that we are Hispanic.